I received, in the wake of the Donald Trump presidential election, the vilest hate mail that I believe I've ever received. And if you look at my hate mail folder, there are thousands upon thousands of emails in there. I'm going to show it to you in a second. The backstory of this entire situation is Donald Trump is one thing, right? But the violent and dangerous racists and xenophobes who have been emboldened by Donald Trump's election as president-elect are another thing. They are very disturbing and a top concern for all sorts of civil rights groups across the country. We're going to get into some of the broader data, but I want to give you just this first data point. Case in point, this is the vilest hate mail I've probably ever received, and I receive a lot. And this is just one example of the many that have come in after Donald Trump was elected. This is very aggressive. I'm just warning you. We are going to put it up on the screen. Some viewers may find this very disturbing, and I will read it to you. Let's take a look at it, Pat. This was an email from somebody using the email address gasakike@hotmail.com. Probably a fake email address. These email addresses often just put in there as part of the entire thing. The subject, racist anti-white kikes fail to stop Trump. And it was from someone calling themselves Kikey Kikestein. The message to me: you are nothing but an inbred kike gas chamber rat, Pakman. No one listened to the SF Jew media this election, and no one ever will again. Everyone is now aware of you kikes promoting white genocide. You are effing finished, Jew boy. Enjoy your new president. Also over the weekend, I was home in Western Massachusetts. Racist, anti-Semitic, pro-Trump graffiti appeared on a cliffside in Easthampton, Massachusetts, on the cliffside on Mount Tom. Significant outrage from local residents. A bunch of my friends showed up and actually painted over it. It said everything from gas the Jews, kill all black people without using that word, Trump 2016, and swastikas. Also, some friends of mine in Greenfield, Massachusetts. This is a very liberal area where there were enclaves of Trump support, but by and large, a very liberal area, reporting that not far from, really right next to a synagogue in the Greenfield, Massachusetts area, a swastika carved into the sidewalk. Department of Public Works reportedly came out and ground it down. So many people reaching out and expressing concern for, number one, Jews, because it's very, very popular to just start blaming Jews, attacking Jews, etc. Despite the fact, by the way, that I think for the first time, we have members of the first family who will be Jewish under a Donald Trump administration. This proves, again, it's only partially about Trump, but it's mostly about who's emboldened by Trump. And number two, concern for people in progressive media as well. A lot of people over the weekend talking to me about that. I told you about the incident in Philadelphia at a Jewish-owned business, something like Hail Trump 2016 with swastikas on the glass window at the front. And there have been more than 200 incidents of hateful harassment or intimidation, which are anti-Semitic in nature, reported so far, Pat, to the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's just been hours since Trump's election. This is very scary stuff.
Yeah, and I'm shocked that this sort of thing could happen in Western Massachusetts, because when you think of Western Massachusetts, it's a very quaint, nice progressive area.
Yeah.
So it is surprising. But there's been so much coverage over the protests, the anti-Trump protests that have been going on over the past week or so, that are by and large nonviolent, peaceful. I'm worried about the more racist voices that are empowered under a Trump presidency.
They are feeling emboldened. They are feeling very emboldened. That email I got is only we can't do an entire show where I just read hate mail, but this was so particularly spiteful and vile and aggressive that I thought we would include it in our discussion today of what are, this is not just me getting this stuff. We have a report from the ADL about the violent and aggressive attacks via Twitter on, and what I mean is linguistically violent. Obviously, you can't do physical violence via Twitter, although you can incite it against Jewish journalists and reporters, including Ben Shapiro, who is a right-winger who did not support Donald Trump. This is getting really, really serious, and we're going to keep covering it.